How's it going, everyone? Tugi here, back again, and we will cut right to the chase. The Boston Bruins defeat the Arizona Coyotes 5-3 for their second win of the season. Now, this game was highlighted by Brad Marchand's return to the lineup. He was replacing Brett Connolly. He's back after missing only a game after a concussion suffered in the Montreal game. But more on him later. Let's get right into the first period. And early on, a bad turnover by Tommy Cross. He had Ryan Spooner up the middle on a breakout from behind his own net, and he just overshot the pass. Turned over, the puck ends up in front, and it is jammed home by Shane Doan, his first of the season and his 900th career point. First shot of the game, and the Yotes are on top. I'm not going to call him underrated. I have a feeling everybody knows just how good Shane Doan is, and if you needed any validation, 900 points will certainly provide that. But again, because he is in the Western Conference and he is on a perennial bad team with the exception of 1 or 2 years here and there, he's kind of lost in the shuffle. But congratulations to Shane Doan. Colo Julian makes history once again. He was the first coach to lose a challenge after this new rule was implemented, and he is now, I believe, the first coach to fail on 2 challenges. He has failed on his first 2 challenges. A good start for that new rule. Bruins come close to tying it up. A beautiful play and a sweet pass ends up on the tape of Louis Eriksson, who of course hits the post. The past couple of games have been pretty frustrating for Louis. Obviously, you know, the Tampa game, the 2-goal performance, he did well there, but since he has really struggled to put the puck in the back of the net, and he's had a lot of opportunity to do so. Colin Miller also had a really strong first period. Really liked what I saw from him on both sides of the puck, offensively, defensively. He looked really strong and looks like a great pickup from that Lucic deal. I believe he's only 22 years old. He's only going to get better. That's looking like a strong pickup thus far. First period ends 1-0, and really it was kind of highlighted by some questionable penalties. Tuukka Rask looked a little bit shaky, but the Bruins were definitely the better team. It just didn't go their way. Second period, they get off to a decent start. Eriksson gets another decent chance and just more bad luck. First period, you had some rough stuff after the whistle. It really kicked off in the second period. Kevin Miller gets in a fight with Joe Vitale and just crushes his face in. Vitale put up a decent fight, but Kevin Miller landed some bombs. I'm not going to say I hate fighting. I still like fighting. I know what it means, but also it's a player's choice to do so. But it was nice to see Kevin Miller fight, and obviously with the shoulder being a concern, didn't look to be an issue there. The Bruins seem to react well to it, though. They got a lot of good pressure, and Tyler Randall gets his second goal and his second NHL game on a backhand in front. He is a 2009 6th round pick, and really he personifies what the new generation of tough guy is. In today's NHL, you can't just be Colton Orr. You can't just be a fighter. A name you'll always hear me bring up is Chris Nyland, and that's kind of what a tough guy has to be in the NHL now. He's willing to drop the gloves, but he is also a threat on the scoreboard, and so far, Tyler Randall is living up to that. After the Randall goal, it was 25-8 in shots in favor for the Bruins. Mike Smith had a solid game. Yes, he ended up letting up 5 goals, but I was very, very impressed by Mike Smith. He obviously had a really rough season last year, but I felt like he had a great game, and obviously Arizona's doing much better. Speaking of Arizona, though, before I forget, and this is a little bit off track, bravo to the fans in Glendale. It was amazing to see that venue packed, and obviously that's what good hockey brings, is a full stadium, or at least a slightly more full stadium. It was great to see those stands as packed as it was. The fans were into it all game. It was a great hockey game, so bravo to them. Well, the second period really solidified how dominant the Bruins were with possession, something they really established in the Colorado game and continued here. Rask had to come up with a couple of big saves. He gets a big save on Tobias Rieder and a big shorthanded save as well. That leads, though, on that same power play, Torrey Krug to David Krejci, a one-timer, his 4th of the year. David Krejci is on fire. He is without a doubt been the Bruins' best player so far this season. Third period, a slow start. Adam McQuaid takes a penalty, but Tommy Cross, making up for the play earlier, clears the puck up to Brad Marchand, who was essentially cherry-picking like this was an EASHL game. He gets his shorthanded goal, his first of the season in his first game back, a shorthanded specialist for the Bruins last year, and he did really well here. However, just 13 seconds later, Tobias Rieder buries a puck in front of the net, and just a few moments after that, Kyle Chipchura finds it, and he buries it. It's tied at 3. The Bruins would strike back and take the lead once again, though the power play unit out there once again. They have been spectacular so far this season, especially compared to what they had been in prior seasons. Ryan Spooner throws the puck into traffic. It deflects off the backhand of Patrice Bergeron, and he gets the goal. Bergeron would add a second goal later in the period at the end of a power play, shoots the puck through Connor Murphy's legs. A nice snipe, goal that Mike Smith should have had, but that would be the game, 5-3. So overall, a very successful 2-game road trip for the Bruins. They go back and play Philly at TD Garden on Wednesday, and you could definitely say some of the pressure is off of Claude Julien at this point. We all knew it would be a building process, but obviously with the sour taste in Bruins fans' mouths from the end of last season carrying over to the start of this season, it took a little bit to instill some confidence. We knew that there were some good pieces in this team that were still underperforming, and some new pieces that needed to start adapting to their new environments and get used to their new systems, and it's starting to look like they're turning a corner 5 games into the season. But anyways, guys, that'll do it for this episode of Bruins Recap. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of the Bruins thus far. Can they keep this up, and will they make it to a 500 record by beating Philadelphia on Wednesday night at the Garden? Like, share, subscribe, and all those great things, and I will catch you all next time.